Spider-Man Black Widow team up concept. Spiders stick together. Spider-Man gives Black Widow an old web shooter, allowing her to swing like he does with only one charge, and Widow electrifies Spider's webs, causing his pull to deal damage to enemies. You know what, guys? This is kind of an interesting concept, and I can totally see they adding something like this because this does not break the game. It's very decent, and we need to talk about this. Now, you may be wondering, why did I pull up such a small thing? Like, why am I making a whole video on a concept team up that does not really exist in the game? But yeah, there's a big reason behind doing this. Spider-Man and Widow, they are kind of in their worst patch right now. Spider-Man has been nerfed so much that he's not really even playable at this point. You know, even big, really good Spider-Man players like Necros are avoiding Spider-Man just because the amount of value you get by grinding Spider-Man in a game and trying extremely hard is just not worth it. You can get so much more value out of other heroes who are so much easier to play, like Psylocke, for instance, right? And Black Widow, again, another hero who is trying to be a sniper but cannot one-shot anybody, and because of that, people are always going to choose someone like Hawkeye, someone like Hela, who's much more easier to play compared to Black Widow, because yeah, you're a sniper, your one job is to one-shot enemies, and she just cannot do that. Now, because of Spidey nerfs, a lot of people have started playing Spidey, and yeah, I will agree. Spider was a huge menace. Spider used to completely ruin games before, and he made life hell for supports and backlines, right? Because of that reason, he got nerfed. But I think the nerfs that Spider-Man got were just way too much, and now he's just borderland trash. He is not unplayable, but the amount of value you get by grinding this guy is just way too low. Okay, and yeah, I agree he should not be able to just swoop in and one-shot anybody in the backline, but some of the nerfs on this guy I think were just completely useless. Like, let's take let's look at his ultimate, for instance. His ultimate was, in my opinion, not really that broken before his nerf. Okay, the only problem with his ultimate was this guy used to get his ultimate really quick. So all they had to do was kind of, increase the time it takes for him to charge his ultimate. If his ultimate did not appear every 1 minute or few seconds into the game, if his ultimate just took a little bit longer, so maybe he's able to ult 2 times in 1 round, yeah, something like that, then I think his ultimate was pretty balanced. Just to look at the other DPS ults, right? Look at Star-Lord's ult, look at Punisher's ult, look at Psylocke's ult. They are much stronger, in my opinion, than Spider-Man's ult. And after the nerf, Spider-Man's ult is now just completely useless. He can barely kill anyone. If the healers are healing them even once or twice inside his ultimate, they are not gonna die. So his ultimate has become absolutely useless. And yeah, his damage, knock-up damage that he used to swing in and knock up, that was a little bit too much, because he used to just swing in, knock up, do a few melee attacks, and the backline was dead. So that one-shot combo was a little bit too OP, in my opinion. He was not really working as a flank. More or less, he was working as a backline eliminator at that point. So what's a flank's job? A flank's job is to go behind the enemy team, disturb their supports, reduce the supports, reduce their backline DPS health, right? Keep poking them and create, opportunities for your team to push in. You're disturbing their backline, so their backline does not get the chance to heal their tank. Then your team pushes forward. That is ideally what a balanced flank should be doing. And somewhere in that process, sometimes you end up killing a support who is, say, in low health, or you end up killing a DPS who was running away at low health, right? That is what flanks does. But Spider-Man was absolutely broken at that point. He could just swing in and completely eliminate full HP backline supports with his unstoppable stupid combo. Yeah, that was a fair nerf to him. Nerfing his ultimate really didn't make sense. Really didn't make sense. And currently he has this Torch team up, which is not really helping him. The ticking damage from Torch team up is just way too low. If you are a healer, or let's say you are a DPS who even receives a single heal, that ticking damage goes off. It's really less. And the problem is, in order to get that team up, you need to have Torch on your team, and 90% of the games Torch is banned because Torch is absolutely broken. He is the most broken flying character in the game right now, and everybody and their mom is banning Torch. So technically, Spider-Man is never getting to use this team up, and without his team up, his damage is just absolutely clown damage, right? It's like you are throwing the game with this guy. His Venom team up was really good. I don't really understand why they removed the Venom team up, because yeah, it was really incredibly good team up, but yeah, they removed it. This team up though with Widow has some potential. Okay, Widow electrifies spider webs, causing his pole to deal damage to enemies. So basically, because all of his knockups and everything, the damage got completely reduced, this can somewhat make up for it. So because I believe if this team up is something like it's not BOT like Torch team up, it just deals an instance of damage, extra damage, it can help Spidey, put more pressure on the backline. Now, I hope this damage should not be as high as the previous Spider-Man, right? So he's just flanking in and one-shotting people. It should not be that much, but it should be enough so that he goes in and he uses his combo and he leaves the supports at like 70%, 30%, 20% health, right? He takes away 70% of their HP using his full combo. That would make him a pretty balanced flank, in my opinion. And also, his ultimate really needs to go back to how he was, right? Now, a lot of support players will say that, dude, Spider-Man was a menace. Why do you want Spider-Man to be buffed? I will be completely honest with you guys. I am hating the 3 support meta more than Spider-Man meta. Okay, I am a support tank player for the most part, and I absolutely hate the 3 support meta because flanks in this patch are so weak, right? BP's damage got nerfed. Spider-Man is just way too bullshit right now. Iron Fist, he is decent, but he's not the same as old Iron Fist, right? Because so many flanks got nerfed to oblivion in this patch. Supports are like, everybody is picking support, and every team is having 3 supports, and it's so annoying. It makes the game literally unplayable. No one is dying, and the team that wins the team fight is basically the team that has more heal bots on it, that has more, brain dead ultimates like Luna ult in it. So it's not making a hero shooter fun, right? A hero shooter is fun when you're actually able to kill enemies. But this 3 support meta is so annoying. Literally nobody is dying, and it just drags games for so long. Even teams that are absolutely bullshit, they keep holding that position. They keep holding the zone for so long just because they have 3 supports and nobody is dying. They play like bullshit, but still nobody dies. It's very, very annoying. I think that is why flanks, a little bit of the flanks, a little portion of the flank meta does need to come back, because this 3 support meta is being absolutely annoying. It's not fun to play. It's just not fun to play, right? So this support meta needs to go, and I will currently support Spider-Man getting a buff than having this 3 healer meta. The 3 healer meta is just way too toxic. And yeah, Spider-Man is one of the coolest heroes in the game as well. I kind of feel sad seeing this guy being so unplayable. Nobody is able to play this guy because he's just so less value right now, right? And Widow has so high skill cap, right? Widow has way too high skill cap. You will only see Widows being played at insanely high ranks by people who only play Widow, and they are like gods at it. And that's about it. If someone is not an absolute god with Widow, they are trash. You cannot be a mediocre Widow player. You will either be trash or you will be absolutely insane. And like once every 20-30 games, you will get one Widow player who will absolutely destroy the whole lobby. But that's about it. That's because this hero is so high skill cap, and she is a sniper, but she cannot one-shot anybody, for fuck's sake, right? Now this team up is a little bit of fantasy. This is not gonna help Widow much. It will just help her to save herself. But yeah, it also opens up a little bit of a different playstyle for her, because good Widow players know that Widow is absolutely lethal in close range, right? Widow is one of the hardest characters to take down with a flank, because she can knock you up, she can stun you, her melee damage is absolutely huge, right? And she can also jump. So yeah, Widow is really strong at close range, and if she can get a swing ability, then can she start flanking? Oh, that would that would be very scary, you know? A Spider-Man and a Widow both flanking the backline, both of them just jumping in, and Widow's, as we know, Widow's melee damage is absolutely insane. So you can flank in, you can maybe take out one support, because her abilities are not made to deal with more than one person at a time, right? So you go in and you take out one support of their backline, and then you can just run away, jump away, or maybe just swing away once your swing cooldown is done. But yeah, this team up can make Widow a little bit more interesting to play, because it opens up a whole different way to play her. Her current playstyle, the sniper playstyle, is it's not really that good, because as we know, she cannot one-shot anybody. But if you can use Widow in melee range, then yeah, that can create a new playstyle, and that can make Widow more interesting again. As we know it, the problem with these two heroes is these two heroes are, their kits themselves are so busted. If you buff their damage even a little bit, they will completely break the game, right? If Widow starts one-shotting people with her sniper, she will completely break the game, because she is like the classic sniper. Like every sniper player is gonna absolutely destroy lobbies once Widow gets that damage buff, right? So Widow's damage cannot be buffed for that reason. And Spider-Man, we know it, if his damage gets buffed, then what happens, right? Season 0 Spider-Man, everyone remembers that. So nobody wants their damage buffed. But the only way NetEase can possibly make these two heroes work is if they get some interesting team-ups like this one. I really like the concept of this one, okay? If these two guys get some interesting team-ups, then yeah, more people can play them. And in terms of ultimates too, I think Widow and Spider-Man, both of their ultimates can do with some buffs. Widow's ultimate does way too less damage. The slow is a lot, okay? It's an insane amount of slow, but the damage is very low. The ult charges very fast, damage is very low. I think what they can do is make the ult charge for longer. It will take a lot of time to charge the ult, but then the ult does a lot of damage, okay? And Spider-Man, same as well. His ult takes longer to charge, but his ult does more damage, same as what he used to do in Season 0. I think then these two heroes will be a lot more, you know, lot more playable, in my opinion. Yeah, what do you guys think about the Spider-Man and Widow situation? Honestly, you know, this team up, this Spider-Man electric team up, this can be done with Thor. Yeah, that would suit better, right? Instead of Widow electrifying Spider's webs, Thor can electrify Spider's webs. That would make more sense, in my opinion, right? And a tank and a DPS team up, or a support and a DPS team up, is always better than two DPS team ups. Because if you have two DPS running one team up, then what happens is both the DPS slots of your team, they're instantly used up, right? And then it may so happen, like the chances of one of these two DPS throwing your game becomes absolutely huge. Yeah, from solo queue experience, speaking from solo queue experience, right? Both of these heroes are very difficult to play. So it's a very high chance that both of these guys join your lobby, instantly pick up these two heroes because of the team up, and then one of them absolutely throws the game. Spider-Man and Widow are in a really bad spot. They are like the yeah, if I compare them to supports, they are like the Adam Warlock of DPS, right? Adam Warlock got a buff too. They really need some love right now, especially Widow, because Widow, she's been weak ever since the game released. I think NetEase is also trying to crack their head around how to make Widow work, because yeah, they cannot buff her damage directly, right? So the Widow has always been weak ever since the game released. No, it would be really fun if instead of her melee weapons, Widow had an automatic gun like Punisher. But yeah, that's just me. That's just my thoughts. I know it will never happen. Oh boy, if only Widow got a Punisher team up and she actually got a machine gun instead of, you know, auto target ultimates, right? That would be so much better. But if she just got a machine gun. But yeah, that's just me. I don't think NetEase will ever do that. Let me know down in the comments what do you guys think of Widow and Spider-Man, and I'll see you guys in the next one.